been walking around with 0 bitches. I don't got no misses, bitches tell me my own business. Had to switch it up, don't get no fucks about your mistress. Gotta tell me tugging, now she asking for forgiveness. Bitch, who you kidding? Gotta cross you up, bitch, I've been ballin' so religious. Black and white kicks, I've been dunking double digits. I've been eating good cause I got vicious superstitious. Best don't got no clue, my bank account is so suspicious. Like a broken record in the book of title Guinness. Please just hear me out, no I ain't talking about no midgets. While you going quiet, I ain't rapping, do no crickets. Check my flip phone, fuck it, I'ma spend my minutes. Bobby's burning bridges, bringing bitches to their limits. Whipping in the kitchen, riding wood like they some witches. I'm Nintendo switching up the flow like I've been glitching. I've been with your bitch this whole time that she's been missing.
Aaron, bro, please let me get one verse, bro, please.
Hey, don't fuck this up.
You can't walk around with a chip on your shoulder.
Hey, yo, chip on my shoulder, but I'm still growing older in my element like soulful people. Cut around like vultures when I swear it's really that simple. New songs so fire like candles. Look at her smile, no dimples. But I got the riz that make her wanna risk it. Text drier than a Popeye's biscuit. New collab, you never wanna miss it. Lots at stake, cooking up brisket. Treat me with respect. Gotta get this off my chest like bench press. Know the rest. I won't wait for your text. You might have dollars, but I got more sense. Glad I can say your name by using past tense. Me and Aaron like some dogs inside that white picket fence. When I see you walk around, girl, it gets so intense. She's so despicable, effort put in is minimal. I'm just acting so typical.
We are giving away. I'm gonna shut it off because I'm actually excited to rip this tonight. I haven't ripped Phoenix in a while. One of my favorite products. Probably has moved up very, very close, if not right next to Optic for me because of its price point. You can rip like 1.5 to 1 3/4 boxes of Phoenix. You know, I can't rip 3/4 of a box, but you can in packs compared to a box of Optic. And you get a lot of color. You get a lot of more hits. You get 3 hits as opposed to 1. We're giving away spot 10 tonight. That means only 1 more because spot 12 is a commissioner spot. This league's shaping up as a really nice commish spot. As a really nice that's funny, Jamie. Is a really nice league. Doug, Stan, Jeff, Chris, Hans, Ben, Larry, Matt, Stagger, who's new but local, and Brooks Fit. So cool to see some very familiar names on there. So I will say this. I did a couple cool things tonight. One of those, and we'll get ripping as I talk. One of the things I did is I logged into my Fantasy Pros account. If you don't have a free Fantasy Pros account, I highly recommend you take the time to make a Fantasy Pros account. Great resource. There's a lot of great free features on it. Just fantasypros.com. It's Who Do I Start tool that gives you like consensus rankings next side by side and some stats, some pretty cool stuff that way. But also, if you're the kind of person that gets into a lot of leagues, it's worth paying for it. So like, I think it's like $70 for the year, I want to say, which it sounds like a lot up front, but you can break it down over 12 months. And so, I mean, what is that? What's 70 divided by 12 real quick? Okay, Google, what's 70 divided by 12?
70 divided by 12 is approximately 5.83.
Okay, so it's less than $6 a month. And let me tell you, it's awesome if you do. They do have great free cheat sheets, cheapers, creepers, what Scott said. But also, it's great to do it before your drafts because what it will do, and it helped me out a ton last year, when you're drafting, you can actually log on to it, load up your draft, and it'll tell you like best recommended player next. It's just real quick, easy access. It's awesome. Like I said, I highly recommend it if you have the money to do it. Okay, Google. Who does Kendrick Pryor play for? Man, first one, these Origins autos.
Kendrick Pryor's current team is the Cincinnati Bengals.
There we go. Jason Holmes with the Bengals. Jamie, that looked fun, man. We used to float our fanny down the Susquehanna, which is our oops, I said Jason Holmes. Cincinnati Bengals is Jason Holmes, but we're going to put Bengals on this. Sorry, I messed up the top loader there. I'll get you a fresh top loader or flip it around for you. But Jamie, how long were you on the river for? That looks fun, man. I haven't done that in a long time. Just a short float. Man, you had the music going. You had would you have an Elysian Space Dust, or was that what was that? Oh, we have a redemption. Get your redemption guesses in. Russell Wilson, Aiden Hutchinson out of 149. We're gonna top load that bad boy. That's a nice card. Pickens. There's a nice Sam Howell college ticket. Kenneth Walker, McLaurin, and Staubach. 24-ounce Space Dust. Nice. I thought it looked like a Space Dust. Space Dust, great beer. I didn't know they made them in 24 ounces, though. 2 hours, that's a nice float. Sometimes after that, you don't have it in you. Eli Manning, Aiden Hutchinson, Desmond Ritter, Karlaftis out of 149 for the Chiefs. What do we got here? There's a Matt Corral. Boom, baby! Out of 25. Going to the Tennessee Titans. Malik Willis with the impeccable out of 25. 3-color. Stan K. Big one right there. Special K. I knew this was going to be a good break. I'm feeling it. There we go. Nice stinking. Freaking patch auto out of 25. Dude, that's why I won't do those things. My wife is like, should we take the kids out on kayaks? I'm like, look, in theory that we like kayaking. I was like, in theory that sounds fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. But let me explain to you what this might look like. That's like she keeps being like, let's get an RV. I'm like, okay, all right, fair enough. What do you think it would look like? And she'll tell me, I'm like, let me tell you what I think a trip in an RV with our family might look like. And I'm not a negative person, but I also let me present the other side of this. Floating your fanny down the Susquehanna. Well, the kid's crying, I want out. And there's nowhere to get out for at least an hour. I was like, nope. Kids, man, they got to ruin the fun stuff. Oh, yeah. You guys that are guessing, remember, this is 2022. Thank you, Scott. You guys can switch it if you guess the 2021 redemption. Because it's going to be this is 2022 Chronicles draft. I mean, we did just pull Malik Willis. I assume that you guys understood that, but Scott brings up a great point. What Chris just referred to as well. So if you guessed it one and you want to cancel it, Garrett Wilson, man, that Malik Willis is nice. Kyler Murray, Carson Strong, Jameson Williams, Eddie George, Garrett Wilson, George Karlaftis, and a Drew Brees Prism. What's this I hear about Pickett being third on the depth chart right now? What's this? Cam Chancellor, there's a Desmond Ritter. Aaron Rodgers, Isaiah Spiller, Patrick Mahomes. There's a Jameson Williams out of 49 and a Jameson Williams out of 99. Back-to-back for the Lions. Detroit Lions going out to Mike and Raymond. Way to bear with them, Chris. Wow, Scott's not too sleepy. He's on top of it. It's early there for him. So yeah, anyhow, I was saying I'm kind of hopping around in my conversation as always, Squirrel. One of the cool things I did tonight was actually log into my Fantasy Pros. I linked my Yahoo account, so it will tell me all my draft dates. It'll give me reminders. It'll say you have this draft coming up. It'll give me draft prep specific to the scoring in that league. So yeah, cool that. The other thing I did tonight, you ready for this? I watched Goonies with the kids and the wife. Dude, that movie is legit. That holds. So many good names in there. And we got Jalen Tolbert for the Dallas Cowboys going out to Shane Steele. Listen, I don't get why so many. I understand there are some rookie QBs that can come in and play. And I understand that there's teams and positions that need the rookie to start. I also know that rookies sell tickets and jerseys. I get it. It's great for cards. But there are times that, why on earth would Pickett even be... That's maybe a bad example. They drafted him. He's older. He's a non-traditional rookie. Isn't he 27 years old? kind of like a Taysom Hill situation, right? So if they're not going to play him, but if he doesn't have miles on the tire, what's it matter? He'll still be fresh when he's like 28, 29. Origins rookie autograph, card 19, Myjai Sanders. At least we got that Malik Willis. Myjai Sanders goes to the Arizona Cardinals. Sorry, it's a bit blurry here. Arizona Cardinals going out to Brody. Was just at the Goonie House last month. The Goonie House. What's the Goonie House? Box one down, but man, look at this Malik Willis. Beautiful card. His autograph's looks like a heartbeat, like a heart monitor. Jamie, I think that's what's going to happen, honestly. All right, I got to ask you guys, and I'll get the first one that has two answers. Should we rip 22 Legacy next or Phoenix next? 21 Phoenix or 22 Legacy? Tell me what we should rip next. First one with two answers we'll rip. But yeah, Trubisky, they said, looks great. Oh, I didn't know that, Scott. That was really filmed in Astoria. I have Legacy first, Phoenix first. Phoenix first. The first I got two, so we'll rip Phoenix first. Legacy's the newer release. Flawless. Yeah, my kid sat there and watched the whole Goonies movie. He was so into it. Now I think we watched it before when he was like 4 or 5. It was a couple years ago. So he said at one point, he goes, I think I saw some of this before. He kind of remembered it. Jameis Winston, Flamethrowers, Urlacher. Man, some of these cards. Like, look at that. Why are they like that? Montana, Trey Sermon, and there is a Kenneth Gainwell out of 199. Some of these rookies seem so old already, but we're gonna stay used to it because we're gonna be ripping 21 all season long. You have my word. We are gonna make sure we include 21 in mixers and stuff like that. Flawless, immaculate, and I mean, it is nice stuff. Impeccable is great as well. I like Impeccable. I think that's an underrated product. Thank you, James. Ingram, McLaurin, Marquez Stevenson. Hot route. Chris Godwin out of 35. And a Hawkinson silver there. Godwin out of 35. Man, Bucks. I was listening to an ESPN. Sometimes when I'm in the shower, I'll tell Google to play ESPN News. And today's news brief while I was in the shower was taking you on a journey with me into the shower. It was talking about ESPN the Ocho and how like the guy was saying like when he was younger, he remembers like snowboarding coming on and skateboarding coming on, and they were like, people were like, why is this on here? It's not a real sport. Like, why would we ever have this on ESPN? And then he said about how like it was the Olympics and people were irate, like, what, this isn't even a real sport. And he was referring to the fact that there was like kickball on yesterday. And he's like, are we never going to learn? He's like, what we look at as a joke right now might be a competitive sport that we watch our kids play in the future. He's like, people thought like all the like skateboarding and snowboarding weren't real sports either. And now we're watching them competitively all the time. Thought it was an interesting take. Mark Andrews out of 250. So what do you think, guys? Will we ever have like, there's a nice Jalen Waddle, professional kickball or like semi-pro kickball where we watch it? Oh, it is, Jamie. That's what his point was. He was saying like it absolutely is a sport now. It's respected as a sport. It's seen as a sport. But like now it's the same things happening. Everyone's like, oh, what a joke. There's kickball on. So I just thought it was an interest. Like, that's a good point, right? Like I never thought of it that way. Like how it wasn't too long ago when people were like, oh, that's not a real sport. Hot routes, Terry McLaurin, Jones, Watt, Strachan, And out of 25, Juju, now in Kansas City, did a mock draft today. Well, I'm not going to lie, I was helping out at Sunday school, but I kind of had my phone in my top pocket, in my shirt, and I did a little bit of a mock draft. I let it kind of auto draft for me just to see where players were falling. You can get Juju pretty late, man. Pretty late. I think like 5th round. That's late to me for a dude that's going to have Mahomes as his quarterback and quite possibly going to be the number 1 receiver out there, right? Who else is out there? Valdez-Scantling, Kelsey, McCole Hardman, Pringle. Pringle left, didn't he? Nice card, though. Oh, the professional tag is awesome. We watch it every time we go to Buffalo Wild Wings. I swear it's on. And we watch it. The whole family gets into it. Shark, those guys are fast and good. Jared Goff, Flamethrower Silver, Andrews, Rousseau, and Kyle Trask at a 75 gold. Tampa Bay Bucks, Dougie Berger with a nice one there. The tag is nuts. Dude, all I can think about is how many times I would bang my shin on something and have to be like, ooh, ooh. You know the feeling. We all know it. Like, oh, motherfucker. We know it exactly. And I'm like, man, these guys jump through this stuff. I mean, they do get injuries like that pretty often. You see them like stop but the tag is nuts. But yeah, that's a great example. Oh, I'm sure it happens like more leading up to that. There's a John Bates silver rookie, Darren Waller, Allen Robinson, Bateman, and there's a Patrick Mahomes out of 175 for the Kansas City Chiefs, going out to Richard Myler. Richard. It is very much like parkour tag. Not quite to the extreme of parkour, like typical parkour. But yeah, you're right. That's what we always said. It's kind of like these guys must be parkour guys playing tags. It's more like urban parkour, like I guess, because it's like playground parkour. Ayuk, Hawkinson, Osai. There's a Mac Jones, Heat Wave, and Strachan out of 150. Just great color in here. Yeah, that's a great example. And then what was the other thing he brought up? There were 2 things about... Oh, shoot. I can't remember. There was something else I wanted to bring up with it. Maybe it'll come back to me. Parkour at the office. You remember when they did planking? Did you see Kevin actually came out with a Kevin's Chili's cookbook? I sent it to Chris today. CeeDee Lamb. All right, here's going to be our autograph. Did we already get an... I don't think we got an auto out of this yet. Jalen Smith out of 50 for the Dallas Cowboys. Player used materials. Dallas going out to Shane Steele. There we go. There you go, Shane. Jalen Smith. Not an auto you get to see often. Nico Khan. All right, guys, I need your underdog surprise team of the year. This might be a team that sneaks into a wild card spot. Maybe even misses the playoff, but just outperforms what everyone's expecting them to do. So I need your underdog team of the year. Who is it? Brett Favre and then Julio Jones out of 199. Oh, the Steelers aren't underdog. Are they really projected that low? I'm with you, Don. Jags. It could be the Raiders. Giants is the underdog team. I hope so. Commanders. Wentz. Is this going to be Wentz's year? Curtis Martin. Aaron Donald. There's a Mac Jones. Peyton Manning out of 199. That card looks sharp. And a Jalen Darden color burst. What a pack that was. Darden going to the Bucks. Dougie getting some nice Bucks cards. Why is everyone hating on this? I just don't get it. Trubisky's going to... I think Trubisky could be comeback player of the year. I honestly... I mean, his situation's primed for it. Like, if he comes out and gets the Steelers to the playoffs and even wins one playoff... Like, I know they stopped voting at the playoffs, but... Dude, if he gets them into the playoffs in that division, how is he not comeback player of the year? Atlanta? Who's the quarterback of Atlanta if they do well? Is it Mariota or Ritter? Travis Etienne out of 250 and a Fireforge Dan Marino. That card is sharp looking. That's a good looking card. Lamar Jackson, Derek Carr, and Nick Bolton. Forgot how much I love Phoenix. I really do. Pitt fans they want to be hated. I like the two Rob and Christine. I think that East could be very, very intriguing this year. I think it's going to be a little bit better than people anticipate. And I agree, both the Giants and the Commanders could be exciting teams this year. All right, we have another patch auto. Randy Moss, Khalil Mack, Jimmy G. Read the night, Jimmy G. They have had no real offers for him. They have no plans to release him until up to the very last day of cuts. So he'll get down to the last cut of the rosters, and then they're going to have to cut him because they have not gotten a serious offer for him yet. And that will effing play for the Jacksonville Jaguars. No wires. T-Law out of 25. Boom, baby. 13 out of 25. I told you it was going to be a good break. We got a Malik Willis out of, 25. A T-Law out of 25. We doing this all night. What's coming out of Legacy is the question. There we go, baby. Boomer status.
Kaboom!
Gonna play. There it is. Sunday Night Football is back, baby. We're warming up just in time for football season. Let's see if we can get sticker status here. Tans. We're going for tans. If you didn't hear me earlier, I started watching the league again today. Anytime I start my fantasy football research and stuff like that, just get my dynasty league all figured out and sorted out. So of course I had to throw in the league. Running a fantasy league is, if you do it right, is a lot of work. If you like our dynasty salary cap one, it's actually quite a bit of work. And I try to do it all in one day because if not, I milk it. It's just always gotta sit down and do it. All right, last box mojo. What are we getting out of 25 in this one? How will be the only chance for Washington? You don't. Are you guys really like, nope, it can't be Carson Wentz? Are we completely giving up on Wentz? I haven't yet. I mean, I think Tannehill is going to constantly give me hope. The P word in this one. Maybe that means there's a case hit. Maybe that means we have a case hit coming. As a matter of fact, we should. Because we've only pulled, apparently there's been an average of 3 quote-unquote case hits, which include the Dare to Tear cards, the lore cards, and something else. That's what I'm thinking, Scott. So we could get a case of here. Just for the sake of this, I'm going to flip this over. 250 points. That will get random. Will count as a hit. Don't forget, we are giving a fantasy spot out tonight. Aaron Rodgers, Bosa, Justin Herbert, Jackson, Kelly. There's a Matt Corral. Sky Moore, Silver, Chrome. Mills, Fournette, Stafford, Elijah Moore. Sky Moore and Hutchinson. Bettis, Thielen, Jordan Davis, and Chris Olave. And there's an Eddie George out of 100 for the Titans. Drew Brees. Man, thank you guys so much for being a part of these breaks. I love doing this. I'm glad we're still filling and having fun. I'm looking so forward to football season and fantasy, doing paper footballs, doing pick'em for the week. Derek Stingley. I get super fired up, man. Every day more and more. I was trying not to wish the summer away. But now that it's inevitably coming to its end, its demise as it does at the end of every summer, I'm starting to get fired up. When's his trash dude has been done? I mean, yeah, the last couple years he had a great season. Had he not gotten injured, which is the main problem with him. They did go to the Super Bowl and win that year, but then nobody trusts Foles either. So I'm not sure who really won that year. It's funny you bring up Woodstock, Scott. That's where we're headed for my anniversary this week. Not actually Woodstock. It's anyone familiar with Socrates? It's like I think just directly north of Woodstock. Anybody familiar with that area? But yeah, 4 Washington players retired. They're just like, F it, we suck. I'm not doing this. It's too much on my body to suck this bad. I mean, I can't imagine doing those practices and stuff and then knowing you're going to suck. Bailey Zapp, Edwards-Helaire, Pitts, and Patterson. Wentz looks like Bill Walton sounds. Wilson, Hawkinson, Kittle. I mean, I'm actually going to turn on, and there we go. Our first mini card actually at a 125, Debo. Well, what was that show on Netflix not too long ago where they go to that like camp and they all do that stuff? They drink that hallucinogen and like get in touch with their dead family members and stuff. But what the heck was the name? I could not think of the name of that show. Here we go. Fred Taylor. Yeah, I'm just excited to start watching Good Morning Football starting tomorrow. I'm going to watch it every day or at least put it on. Daubs. And there's a Pierce out of 199 orange. Damian Pierce. Ditka, Justin Jefferson. Atwater, Gray, Pierce. And there it is. Alec Pierce for the Houston Texans with the Champ Bailey. This one going to be out of 249. Not naked and afraid. What the heck was that show? It was like it wasn't like a reality show. It was like not a sitcom, but like a drama. I might have to watch that, Christine, before we go. This goes to Houston. Oh, and this was our other auto. Dang it, freaking points. There better be a case hit in this. We had I called a good break. We have a Willis out of 25, a Lawrence out of 25, and you're telling me this is what I get to end with? Points and a Pierce? Better be something in here. A case hit somewhere. Wasn't lost. I'll figure it out and let you know tomorrow. I'll ask my wife. She'll remember. Or she'll help me find it. My wife's one of those people that if you give her a question she can't figure it out, it'll bug her. I mean, that's me too, but I can't do it during break. You guys would not like that if I went down the rabbit trail of IMDb and Wikipedia. And Pierce just won the starting job? Well, that's good to know then. That's my underdog team of the year. I mean, I like the Jags. I liked all the ones you guys pick. I do. I think those are all potentially good. But yeah, I think my surprise team of the year is going to be the Houston Texans. Jamar Chase, T-Law, and Gibson. We got Stingley, Pierce, and there is a T-Law. This one's going to be numbered out of 75 as if the auto wasn't enough. How about this too? And there you go. We're going to hook you up with a little mini top loader as well. There you go. Huh. All right. If we pull the dare to tear, fair enough. There is a thick card in here. I think we got one. I think we got one. Let's see who it is. I see a thick. Taysom Hill out of 299. Let's do this. Let's make it for the very last card. I see it thick. Randall Cunningham, Galladay, Swift, Debo, and Mangold. There's a Kenny Pickett. Out of 100, Wes Welker. J.J. Watt. Trey Lance. Garrett Wilson, Warren Moon. Do we got any more short prints in here? Amon Green, Rucker, and Kenneth Walker. There's a Jonathan Taylor numbered out of 100. Never know what to do with them though, Scott. It's going to be for the Ravens. 19 out of 65. Baltimore going out to Carl. Carl got it. I know he's not going to rip it. Don't worry. I know Carl enough to know he's not going to rip it. So we're going to just top load that. Huge hands. If Carl's in here and says yes, I'll tear it. Carl's not brave enough to let me tear it. Killer card. Hey, Caps is alive and well. He's fired on all cylinders. So listen, pretty cool. A way to close it, although the autos were a little bit weak. Lawrence out of 75. Mini was kind of cool. And we got a dare to tear Ray Lewis. I bet someone dared him to tear it before. He looks like a mean, mean man. He's not brave enough to let me tear it. No, I'm not giving him 20. You know the rule. 5. I get nervous to him anyhow. But I do wonder what's inside. I bet you it's a Kenny Pickett 1 of 1 gold exclusive. But he doesn't want to open it, so it's cool. I don't ever try to convince someone to take a spot in the breaks, but if they're getting a car like this, I'll try. I'll do my best. All right, let's recap. We got to give away 2 $5 hitless credits and a fantasy spot. Tear it, tear it, tear it. Come on, Carl. He's not even going to say anything. He's like, I'm not succumbing to this peer pressure. Wes Welker out of 100. Under the Lights JT out of 100. Debo out of 125. We had the Eddie George out of 100. ETN out of 250. Mac Jones. Fireforge Peyton Manning out of 199. And Darden, Color Burst. Julio Jones out of 199. Mac Jones Heatwave. Michael Strachan out of 150. Mahomes Pink out of 175. Kyle Trask Gold out of 75. Waddle, Rookie Rising Hollow. And then the Chris Godwin Hot Route out of 35. Kenneth Gainwell out of 199. And honestly, Phoenix is a better buy than Optic. I'm just going to go say it. It really is. All around, with the amount of color and the autos and stuff you get, it's got to be. Jameson Williams out of 49. Jameson Williams out of 99. And a Hutch out of 149. And then, of course, the Mini T-Law out of 75. I need to, what I need to do for next year? Order just a couple mini stickers. Like 1 sheet of mini stickers. That would be what's up. Terrible. And then Ray Lewis for the Ravens out of 65. 19 out of 65. Mini mags, I just want to get booklet mags. Man, they stopped making those or something. All right, we had the Juju on this track. That's going to be out of 25. Nice short print there. Going out to the Pittsburgh Steelers, going to be Ricky. We had the Jalen Tolbert for the Dallas Cowboys going out to Shane Steele. That's going to be not numbered. And then we got to random this off. For Houston, Alec Pierce going out to the Houston Texans, and that's going to be Jason Mello. What up, Mello? They sent me an email that they have a whole new system, Jamie, and their expedited shipping is on point, and that I should order some more because to be impressed how quick I get them. I'm like, okay, I'm going to hang tight till I need them, and we'll see how quickly you get them to me. Because I'm going to reference that email if they don't come right away. Jalen Smith, that one's going to be numbered out of 50. And then Arizona, Majay Sanders, because they're not cheap. And my average order there is $100 just for stickers. So it's like, I mean, it's not like I get a lot, but still, you see how often I order them. Jason Holmes. But they legit sent me an email talking about it. And then we had the Malik Willis out of 25 from Impeccable. Going out to the Tennessee Titans. Special K grabbing that one. And then T-Law out of 25 as well. Both out of 25. There you go. Going to the Jaguars. Jaguars, no wires. All right, first things first. We got to do these points. And then we'll do the hitless credits. And then we'll do the fantasy spot. Here we go. Remember, this does count as a hit. 250 points. Oops. Counts as a hit. Everyone eligible. Well, I think probably, think about it. Like when they were coming slow and they were messing them up, they had to give me my whole order for free. It was like $75. I mean, if I'm the only one that happened to, okay, not a big deal. But I imagine that it wasn't. I would imagine that the way they responded seemed like they were used to handling it this way. The New York Jets getting the points there. That's James Rea. So, I mean, how much, when you guys look at your numbers at the end of the year and they're like, we lost X amount of dollars due to misprints and bad shipping and, you know, Jets going out to James Rea. Like my sound effects or the soundboard? Like when I do those sound effects are like legit. I gotta get a new soundboard. This soundboard I have, like the app I have, just like they took everything off. It sucks. They said both. Oh, it's coming. Come on, you know I get fired up in football season. All right, Jamie, your job since. Oh, and I didn't tag you in this break, Jamie. I did a couple times. Like I try to remember. Jamie had asked me to tag him in all breaks. Jamie, your job is to stay on me about an app, a soundboard app. You got to stay on me, man. I got to get one for football season. The legit ones. The rape doll. Lions and Redskins. Oh my. Detroit Lions. Mike and Raymond. Washington Redskins. Tyler Dahl. I don't know if we'll ever change those names. All right. Fantasy football spot. Number 10. Because there's only 11 total. All right. Yeah, I can post a thing on Pop Century. Here we go. 2022 Fantasy League number 1, spot 10. Here we go, everybody. 32 entries, min roll 5. Scott, I honestly appreciate that honest feedback. I mean that. You know what? That's good to hear how important that was. Because there were times I felt like I was annoying people. So knowing that it was a big part, because you're not the only person that's mentioned, like they miss them, they want them. Done. Scott, honestly, I appreciate that. I don't always appreciate the way you present feedback, because you're just blunt with it. But there's times I love it, and that was a good one. That was a nice critique right there. Tampa Bay Bucks. Who is it? Scott's a get right to the point kind of guy. I can respect it. Dougie Berger already has a spot, but he does not have one in FanDuel or DraftKings. So Doug's going to get one in that league. That's how we do it. And spot 10 is still open. So here's what I'm going to do, because I want to fill up this first league. That's initiation, James. That's how you get initiated into the fraternity of what is blazing. We got to get that back. Oh, someone sent that. Who found that? Was that you, James, that you found that? Yeah, I got to find an app. Wonder if I could get it. Man, I'm cutting myself up here. I wonder if I can get it on the computer. Dude, I can. Let me see something here. All right, hold on. I never really tried it. I always use my phone. Hold on, let's see. But I gotta check volume. Like, I may have to hook up some speakers or something. All right, I'll just have to hook up some speakers. How's that? How's the volume on that? That. But not always. Not always, Scott. You would think that's common sense, but there's many times I downloaded an app for me and my wife today. It's called Paired. It's like a communication app, and you have to do it on the app. There's no computer site for it. So it's like, because like it's an interactive communication app to ask you all these silly questions and stuff. So I was like, let's try. It's our anniversary this week, so we're like, let's try something cool. So we did, and yeah.
Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
Dude, I know what I'm doing. Ah!
I don't like new things. I don't
They
like
have
when
it on
new people
here.
come in. It is never a good thing.
I'll get some speakers.
Who's the new guy? I don't trust him. What's his purpose going to be?
It's called Paired, like P-A-I, like a pair of something, like, you know, a couple is a pair. P-A-I-R-E-D, Paired. It's like a couples and marriage app. It's actually really cool. For those of you guys in relationships and you want to like improve communication. My wife and I's communication can suffer sometimes because I work a lot, she works a lot. It's actually really cool. And like my wife will never open up. She is not a talker. I'm a talker. I love to like have deep conversations. I'm a little bit like the female maybe. I don't know. And she's like, I don't want to talk about anything. I don't like talking about this stuff. Like, can't you just like let it go? I'm like, I don't know. We should probably talk about these things. She did really good on the app. So it was like her chance to type it out. She just gets nervous. She doesn't like to express herself. So Paired is a really cool app, Scott. But I think you have to do it on the app. Maybe you can do it on it, but it was weird. Everything went through the app. So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and log in and make this happen. We will have the. Oh my god! I called it. That's funny. Let's see. Sign in with Google. I'm gonna do this. All right, Chris. Thanks to you guys. Should I do some Pop Century? Dude, it's got them all.
Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly. What? Did we just become best friends? Yep. You want to go do karate in the garage?
Yep. Yep.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Are these bringing all the memories back? I found all my old ones. I logged in. I'm excited, man. Football season's almost here!
Oh, because some came in the mail today.
Alright, so I gotta learn how to get rid of them, too, if I don't want them. Alright, I'm gonna drop it. The smoke weed? That's not on here. I have to download.
It's a trap.
It's a trap!
Got it.
Alright, y'all, I'll let y'all go. We got it back. We're back. I'll just have to get some speakers for down here. Figure it out. Alright. Putting Pop Century up. Peace.